Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Biologist. My name is Brittany. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping on my little old video, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So for my video today, I will be doing a budget with me for my first paycheck in July 2022. So if you're interested in that, please consider liking, commenting, and of course subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And with that, let's hop into this budget with me. All right, so if you're new to the channel, I am a salaried employee and I get paid semi-monthly. So I usually get my first paycheck on the 7th and then my second paycheck on the 21st. So my first paycheck is going to be $2,681.93. Now, this value is going to change in August because I recently did go ahead and change my 401k contributions to be fully maxed out. I had already set it up for some other amount, but now it's going to be completely maxed out starting in August. All right, so that is how much I'm going to be getting paid for my first paycheck. For my buffer, I think I'm going to leave this at $0. Right now, I have a decent amount of money saved up in my checking account that I don't really touch. So I'm not gonna worry about adding more money to my buffer right now. I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I think I have like $1,000 or so, like that kind of just stays in my checking account. So for our first total, we are going to be having $2,681.93 for income. All right, so first up is going to be our fixed expenses. So again, if you're new to the channel, I did recently move. Previously at my old apartment, I paid $1,400 for my rent, my utilities, and my parking. I moved in with my boyfriend and we decided that we're gonna, split all of the cost, and we have basically a number that we came up with that we're gonna just put into a checking account and then have all the bills auto-paid out of that account. So I already put some of the money for July in that checking account using my sign-on bonus. And if you missed that video, I'll link it up in the card somewhere. And now basically with this first paycheck, I need to pay off the rest of those July bills. So for rent, my rent is $920 and I already put $500 towards it. So to finish paying for my rent, I need to put aside $420 from this paycheck. Now for water, electric, and Verizon, we don't know how much these bills are going to be. We're just kind of, giving a higher end estimate. So for example, water, where we budgeted for a $100 water bill. Do I think our water bill is going to be $100? No, but it's always better to have, of course, a little bit more money than what you expect. So for water, with my sign-on bonus, I went ahead and put aside $30 already, and my portion of the water bill should be $50. So if we do 50 minus 30, that means with this paycheck, I need to set aside another $20. And it's the same for electric too. We estimated we would have a $100 electric bill. We actually have no idea how much it's gonna be, but $100 seems about right. So I put aside $30 in my first payment with my sign-on bonus, which means that I need to add an additional $20. For Verizon, it is going to be the most difficult to figure out because we did get a new router, we did get like brand new service. So there's all those kind of startup costs. So right now we estimated the bill is going to be about $120, but we don't actually know. I suspect it's actually going to be around $170, but that's not due until later on in the month. So for right now, I'm going to stick to my $60 portion that we budgeted, and I already put $30 towards that, so I need to put another $30 with this paycheck. And then groceries, I do not think I stuffed anything for groceries with my sign-on bonus, and we estimated that we're gonna spend about $400 a month on groceries and household items. My portion is $200, of course, so I'm gonna go ahead and stuff that full amount at $200. Miscellaneous, once again, this is just money going to that checking account that I mentioned, that joint checking account that I mentioned earlier, and we want to put in $40 total. I already put in my 20, my half with my sign-on bonus, so that is going to remain zero for this paycheck. The cell phone, which is just my cell phone bill for by myself, this is always $37.70. And then Apple, which for me is my iCloud storage and my Apple Music student, is $6.28 for the month. So now all I need to do is add up my fixed expenses and then see how much that is. So when I add everything up, the total is $733.98. So now I'm gonna go ahead and subtract that from our income. So we have $2,681.93 minus $733.98, and that leaves me with $1,947.95 to distribute amongst everything else. So we'll do that. And I should mention that I am a zero-based budgeter. So when I do my budget, every dollar, every penny has a place. All right, so next thing I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and pay myself. And this is like really solid financial advice that I've seen, so many people give, and it's something that I definitely practice for myself, is I always do myself first. So I'm gonna start off with my house fund, which is going to be towards a future down payment. In general, I like to do $1,000 per a month, but of course, now that I'm getting paid twice monthly instead of just once, I'm gonna have to adjust. So I'm gonna do $500 towards my house fund. I'm still gonna be keeping my Roth IRA. I have a traditional IRA too. I haven't decided if I'm gonna roll that over into my 401k yet, we'll see. But my Roth IRA, I am keeping, and I'm gonna be putting in there $250. And I like to do $500 per month, but of course, I am cutting that in half. And then my personal savings is going to be it's $500 too. I like to do $1,000 also into my personal savings. So if we add all that up, that means for my first paycheck, I'm setting aside $1,250 towards my savings. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract what we had, my savings from what I had left over after my fixed expenses. So we have $1,947.95 minus $1,250, and that leaves us with $697 left over. All right, so for our variable expenses, These are going to be changing quite a bit just because my habits have changed now that I've moved. So my groceries are already taken care of with my household expenses up here. So is household and so is laundry. So those three categories are going to be going away and have kind of gotten rolled in one way or another to my fixed expenses. So eating out, I'm gonna leave this at $60 this month. I have not been eating out that much, and you know, the lower this number can be, the better. Gas, I am going to leave at $80. That seemed to work really well for me this month. And I'm actually going to be out of town at a conference for a full week where I won't be driving. So $80 should be plenty, even with these very high gas prices. I'm gonna do $50 in beauty because I will be getting some braids this month. Alcohol, I'm going to be going ahead and bumping up to $30. Personal will be getting its normal $70. Let's see where we're at right now before I go ahead and fill out those last three categories. So we have 60 plus 80 plus 50 plus 30 plus 70. So we are at $290. We still have, and we need to spend at $697. So we should be good. All right. So for going out and fun, I am going to leave this at $200 because I will be going out quite a bit this July. Spending, I am going to be bumping spending up to $70 this month. And then giving is going to stay at its usual 10. So let me add this all up one more time and I'll be right back. So in total for my variable expenses, I need to set aside $570. And this should carry me throughout the whole month. I won't be stuffing sinking funds with this check. I plan on always doing that with my second check each month from now on. All right, so we have $697.95 minus $570. So we have $697.95 minus $570, and that leaves us with $127.95. All right, so that is great. What I'm gonna do with this 127 is this is going to get distributed amongst savings challenges. So just let me write down my savings challenges and then I'll be right back. So we're gonna start off with let's start off with the $1,000 savings challenge, and let's go ahead and put $75 towards that challenge. Next is going to be my cash emergency, and I think I'm gonna do $20 towards that. Next is investing, and investing, I think I'm gonna do, let's do 25. which means we have a total of $7.95 left over. I'm just gonna round that to 7 because I'm not gonna take 95 cents out of my bank account, which means $7 will be going towards my Zero Out challenge. So in total for savings challenges, we are putting aside 7 plus 75 plus 20 plus 25, $127. So minus $127 equals 95 cents. And I'm gonna put leave in bank. So there you have it. We have our almost zero-based budget minus, 95 cents. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the video, please consider giving it a like, commenting, and of course, subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And with that, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.